in space. No one can hear these fun facts. Wait, do they get Wi-Fi up there? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 facts about Alien Covenant. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're taking a look at interesting trivia regarding the 2017 entry in the Alien franchise. Number 10. 3 Prometheus actors are returning.
Big things have small beginnings.
Since only a couple of characters survived the suicide mission that was Prometheus, it's unsurprising that only 3 cast members will be returning. Alien Covenant will reveal the fate of Elizabeth Shaw, played by Noomi Rapace, and the disembodied android David, played by Michael Fassbender.
Without me, you'll never leave this place.
However, reports indicate that these 2 survivors will have smaller roles this time around, with several new characters taking center stage. Nevertheless, Fassbender will be getting plenty of screen time, as he's also playing another android named Walter. In addition to Fassbender and Rapace, Guy Pearce will reprise his role as the late Peter Weyland, the billionaire founder and CEO of Weyland Corp.
Or have you lost your faith? Sure.
Number 9. The film originally had a different title.
Script's done. I'm starting the film in February, which is this Alien prequel.
For a while, the next installment in this franchise was simply referred to as Prometheus 2. Then, in September of 2015, it was announced that the film would be entitled Alien: Paradise Lost. This title is a direct reference to John Milton's 17th century epic poem about Adam and Eve's banishment from the Garden of Eden. Just a couple of months later, though, Ridley Scott confirmed that the film would instead be called Alien Covenant. Shortly after, the film's logo, plot synopsis, and release date were officially revealed. Based on both of these titles, it's safe to say that this will be the Alien movie with the most biblical allegories to date.
Are they gods? Not really.
Number 8. James Franco plays the captain.
Pandora doesn't go back in the box, he only comes out.
James Franco might have turned down the lead role in 2018's The Predator, but he will be making an appearance in Alien Covenant. In December 2016, it was officially announced that Franco would be playing Jacob Branson, the captain of the Covenant and husband of Catherine Waterston's character, Daniels. While that sounds like a substantial role on paper, Franco's screen time will reportedly be limited. That likely explains why he hasn't been heavily featured in any of the promotional footage. However, we do get a peek of Franco's character in a prologue entitled The Last Supper.
It's a hell of a view, ain't it?
He even shares a scene with Danny McBride, though the rest of Team Apatow is nowhere to be found.
Go to hell, McBride!
Number 7. Weyland-Yutani funds the Covenant.
Weyland Corporation, building better worlds.
In Prometheus, the Weyland Corporation funded the ill-fated mission to Moon LV-223. The expedition not only cost $1 trillion, but also resulted in the death of Peter Weyland. This might explain why the Weyland Corporation had to merge with the Yutani Corporation to form Weyland-Yutani. In Alien Covenant, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation funds the crew's mission to an uncharted paradise. Fans that have been with this franchise from the beginning will recall that Weyland-Yutani also owned the Nostromo spacecraft from the original Alien film.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Although their slogan is building better worlds, this company seems to have a real habit of funding disastrous off-world expeditions.
Very negative way of looking at things.
Number 6. Neil Blomkamp's Alien movie was put on hold.
It sounded like you said 3 years, like human years.
Director Neil Blomkamp left his mark on the sci-fi genre with the Oscar-nominated District 9. After Elysium and Chappie, Blomkamp unveiled concept art for an Alien sequel he'd been developing. The project was confirmed in February 2015, with Sigourney Weaver on board to reprise her role as Ellen Ripley.
Get away from her, you bitch!
The following August, though, it was announced that Blomkamp's film would be shelved until at least 2017. The project was put on hold at the request of Ridley Scott, who wanted to get his Prometheus sequel off the ground first. When asked about his Alien film in January 2017, Blomkamp mentioned on Twitter that the odds of getting the movie made are, quote, slim. Bummer. Number 5. It'll have performers in alien suits. Believe it or not, the alien from Ridley Scott's 1979 film was, for the most part, a guy in a latex suit. Standing somewhere around 7 feet tall, Nigerian Bolaji Badejo donned the creature suit, bringing one of cinema's most iconic monsters to life. Alien Covenant will also feature performers in creature suits with animatronic heads.
They sent him to Tai Chi and to mime classes so that he could learn to slow down and manipulate, and roll up.
The casting calls specified that the filmmakers were looking for actors between 8 and 40 to play the aliens. The people in the suits needed to be quick, agile, and flexible, similar to a Cirque du Soleil performer. While the film won't be without CGI, it's good to know that Alien Covenant will still have a practical touch.
Where is it?
Number 4. Damon Lindelof didn't write the screenplay. Writer-producer Damon Lindelof is perhaps best known for co-creating Lost, but he also rewrote Jon Spaihts' original script for Prometheus.
Just like home.
Only if you're breathing through an exhaust pipe.
During a 2012 interview with Collider, Lindelof confirmed that he wouldn't return to write the screenplay for a Prometheus sequel. When asked why, Lindelof explained that he had other commitments and could only juggle so many projects at once. Over the following years, Lindelof co-wrote Star Trek Into Darkness and Tomorrowland while also co-creating The Leftovers, making for an understandably full plate.
Am I awake?
In the end, John Logan and Dante Harper crafted the screenplay for Alien Covenant, based on a story by Michael Green and Jack Paglin.
You sure about this, Captain?
How do you mean?
Number 3. We'll likely be visiting the home of the Engineers.
No birds, no animals, nothing.
Call them engineers or space jockeys if you like, but either way, this ancient extraterrestrial species is responsible for creating humankind.
We call them engineers.
Engineers? Do you mind telling us what they engineered?
While we learned a little about them in Prometheus, there are still plenty of unanswered questions about this superior species. The film ended on an ambiguous note, with Elizabeth Shaw and David setting out to discover where the engineers came from.
Those engineers, this ain't their home.
Reports suggest that the new planet in Alien Covenant is actually the engineers' homeworld, which seems like paradise at first glance.
This is weird. What are the odds of finding human vegetation this far from Earth?
Our protagonists quickly realize, however, that the path to paradise begins in hell. The movie's poster notably depicts the engineers at the mercy of alien creatures, in keeping with the Paradise Lost theme. Number 2. New aliens introduced. While the classic xenomorphs are making a comeback, Alien Covenant will also introduce some never-before-seen on-screen creatures. The film will most notably include a new species, known as the Neomorphs. Much like chestbursters, Neomorphs can grow inside a human host, and then burst out of their body. But rather than emerging from their chest, these beasts can burst out of a host's back. Possessing white exteriors, Neomorphs resemble Xenomorphs, as well as the Deacon seen at the end of Prometheus. Of course, there is one major question that remains. Are we ever going to see an alien king on the big screen?
A king has his reign, and then he dies.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You've all sacrificed so much to be here and be a part of this thing we're doing.
Number 1. It's part of a new Alien trilogy.
They created us. Then they tried to kill us. They changed their minds.
Prometheus took place at the end of 2093 AD, leading up to 2094. Alien Covenant picks up approximately 10 years later.
Where is it?
At this point, Ellen Ripley would be just about 12 years old. As the second entry in the prequel series, Alien Covenant will bring us one step closer to the 1979 classic where Ripley first encountered a xenomorph. Scott has already stated that the next film in the Alien prequel trilogy will be called Alien Awakening, which reportedly bridges the gap between Prometheus and Covenant. But don't be surprised if Scott announces even more Alien films. In 2017, he told the Sydney Morning Herald that he may have another 6 in him.
To the Covenant!
To the Covenant! Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.